in when you can use device. I was reading some of the notice yesterday and today. We was talking about erectile dysfunction and pelvic floor problem and incontinence. All this is connected. And with this device we can use in directional or indirectional part. It means like the mister from Egypt show you the picture that you go directly from the penis. It's not necessary because you can use that you treated sacral plexus or the part of the bone, which is the plexus who make the nerve pudendal nerve. He has innervation of all this part of the body, who is involved in all this part, like a problem with the pelvic floor, problem with incontinence, problem with erectile dysfunction. In the past, we didn't speak a lot about pelvic floor problem with women, but now everybody speak like this. For every single man, after 45 years, it's normally that this part, which is mostly important for the men, it's not like when you have 25 years, but we don't talk about that. But in this case, if you're sitting on the chair, it doesn't need that you talk about your problem. You sit in the chair and you have results after one session. Like as I said, if you use device in the right way, you can reach the goal in one session. Sometimes it's good that you play because you cannot find two persons in the same program on the same way. And because of that, in device you have preset programs that you work in safe zone. If you use a preset program, so you cannot damage the PCO, you cannot damage or provoke any other pain in the body. Then, when you see that next time when the patient are coming, or if they complain that it's not so good like before, then you can change something. But you need some knowledge in rehabilitation that process in rehabilitation is not going like this. First day is going like that, second day is going down. But if you know that it's possible, that you know to explain to the patient, this is normal way. Because in another way, patient call you second day, oh, yesterday was fine, but today is wrong. It's not so like before. I met you 3 times, but it's not what I expect. But if you know that this line is not like this, it's going like that and like that and like that, then it's normal. Because physiological part of the brain is very, very difficult. Because we say that we make a change if is it women or is it men, but the brain is so difficult to understand in some cases. But all information becomes in the brain and make a mix, and you get the answer on the lower part. My idea was at the beginning with 1 applicator, with 2 applicators, with more applicator, in order to try to reach the goal with my patient. Why we use this FMS for the foot? You know, I always say I'm like a father, Ayosha is like a mother. And tell me who get the main rule in the family, father or mother? Mother. And you know how much you have to prove or you have to speak with your wife that she say yes? And it's the same like in my way. Because sometimes my idea was too much provoke it, or you know, please wait because this is the money, this is like this is like that. But at the end, if we reach the goal, it's okay. It's the same like this part for the foot, because I try to reach the goal in one session and treated all these parts in the body who can give me results. Like example, when you walk, your feet is mostly important that you know that is what is the ground when you walk, is it hot, is it warm, what kind of shoes you have, especially for the women if they have high heels. High heels is the problem with which part of the body? Do you know? Lumbar part. I was have one question on examination. Professor asked me, because they always say to me that as Mr. I'm Mr. Question, because I always ask the professor on examination. And he told me, okay, for you I have one question. And I said, okay, super, one question, I will go up. Why Merlin Morlot heels? And then it's immediately my answer is, it was a fashion like this. Go outside and think. What do you think? Why Marilyn Monroe wear high heels?
Because she was too smaller.
But why? What's happened in the body when you walk with high heels? You know? Look at example. If I wear high heels, it's positioned like this. I cannot walk like this. It's what I have to do. Stretch the glute. And when I stretch the glute, my glute is, oh, nice. But when I stretch the glute and walk long times like this, I have the problem with the calf, I have the problem with the lower spine, I have the problem with the neck. And sometimes the patients say, oh, I feel the problem only in the back. But back is not the problem. The problem with the back is not the main problem. The main problem is high heels. Try to at home, the man, try to walk in high heels. No way. No way. This is the posture.
Some try it.
Yeah. But today is very difficult. What is the man and what is the women? Because everything is changed. Okay. We are talking about pelvic floor and we forget about abdominal cavity. In abdominal cavity we have what? What do you think? What is inside in your belly? The organs. Which organ is very popular when somebody gets you mad? When you are mad, you get on my nerves or you get on my
gut.
liver. Liver is very important. If you have applicator like this and you can put it on the liver, you can fix a lot of things. It means device. The first aim of device is magnetic field. Do you know that internal organs are moved? They are not static. Like example, I speak a little bit that you learn something and when you teach something, you becomes like this. And for me, it's better. Which muscle is very important in the lower part of the body? It's connected for the back and it's connected for the pelvic floor. Yes, but okay. This is part of the muscle, part of the something else. But which muscle? Harald. But you have to know.
Sacral plexus.
No, muscle.
A muscle.
Iliopsoas. You know when you have the stuck in the hips, when you cannot walk, when you are under the stress, where you are not satisfied with the job, when you have a problem with the women, with the child, when you have some illness at home, iliopsoas is stuck. And iliopsoas is directly connection with the diaphragm and have influence on pelvic floor, or low back pain, and immediately on the foot. And because of that, we made this part for the foot, that only with stimulation of the part of the foot you can fix iliopsoas. Because brain gets information with frequency. Everything becomes now in medicine, in new medicine or modern medicine about the frequency. Every single cell has membrane. On the membrane is a specific frequency of each organ have specific frequency. And with the frequency of magnetic field, we send information to the brain to change something in the body. We don't need the drugs, we don't need the surgery, we don't need no invasive methods. Is it clear? Okay. It means we have influence on metabolism, vascularization, influence on the hormone part, and all this we can do with frequency. The basic is when you walk is posture. Now we have a lot of things, a lot of device to testing the posture, because during our work we sitting or we walking in a specific position. But we are not made that we are standing, we are made that we are running to keep the animal for a living, and we are made to walk. And normal walk is very important for the posture, and after that for any other disease. Okay. I told you at the beginning, first is anatomy, physiological part, and pathological part. Sometimes it's good that you know something. If you doesn't know, go on Google or ask some doctor, because you know, if you're selling device, and if you're selling device like me, I always ask the men or women who sell me to tell me something about device. Because if you sell it to me like CEO or some firm, I don't care. If it's not enough money, I will buy it. But if you are selling to end user, it's difficult if you doesn't know how knowledge is in the head of this who will buy some device like this. We are talking about what is different than BTL, what is different than some of the other firm, but you know, I think that you have to be focused what is inside and what you can reach with only with this device, because BTL has to take care about BTL, we have to take care about us. Some of the people in the firm are very worried about copy. I'm not, because every single year I make something new, and we are always in advance. If they like to copy, they can make. Okay, for example, you will see when we use applicator for the foot, the power is much more than if we use it on the skin like the hand. You know why?
Sensible.
Okay, but something else. You know how big skin you have on the foot. If you pinch here or if you pinch on the foot, it's very difficult. Try to put the needle on the hands and you will see it's easy. But try to put the finger on the feet, it's very difficult. And because of that, we have to go into the skin, which is much more fun and bigger, to reach these sensors in the foot. Okay, I talk about this pudendal nerve. They have very important function for the pelvic. We are talking about how long is treatment. Depends about aim, depends about diagnosis, and depends what do you like to reach. Sometimes we can do more in short time, sometimes we have to do in longer time. Why? Because we say for something in medicine, adaptive control, because at the beginning you have to start slowly and with low power, because the brain and the body has to use on something new, like everything else. When you try to eat some new food, do you order big plate or do you order little small and just to taste? It's like this. When you try something new, the body have reaction. Because of that, go slowly and go with low power and small frequency. I was speaking in the past that acute condition request small frequency and small power. Chronic disease or chronic condition need much more power and high frequency. So this is that. Okay, we are talking about contraindication. Contraindication is relative. For me, everything is relative. For me. For the other cases can be for all. Because the position of applicator is very difficult if you doesn't know little bit of anatomy. Because of that, we have this meeting like this that we teach you something that you have little knowledge. And because of that, sorry, I don't like it presentation that I read something and with numbers. I always like that we have a conversation between each other, that I know what do you like to know, and then it's much more easy to me to explain. Who asked me for? You asked me. Who asked me else? You have problem with neck. Okay, you have the problem with knee. Okay, come here.
now I need to make some steps to this.
Try to walk a little bit. Just only walk. Now you understand why. Look at him, how he walks. If you are a clinician, you have to see everything because you collect the puzzles. Which of the leg is problem with him? Walk again. Try to walk. Try to walk. Okay, stop. Turn around. Can you look at his neck? This is adaptive system. It means his neck is prepared to keep this posture like this. If we change something on the foot, this will be changed. Okay, he told me before, but he had some operation in the past, like a meniscectomy, and after the surgery, for surgery everything is done because his business is finished. I make all what I can do. Now it's on your turn. But do you know during the surgery? No, just sit. When you make big surgery, what he has to get that we make surgery anesthesia. It means I put something over there and he was asleep. And during the operation he's sleeping. Muscles are relaxed, joints are relaxed, he doesn't feel any pain. When he wake up, it's a problem. Because brain was out of information what's happening. First is the cut, second is the fascia, third is the capsula, fourth is something inside of the joint, and then it's injury, because every kind of surgery is injury in the body. And the first reaction of the injury of the body is pain. It means he has a pain after the surgery. It means if he feels the pain, he cannot use the foot a normal way. But the patient thinking of operation is like a button. I push the button, go on surgery, and no pain. Especially with the back. Especially with low back. Especially with herniation of the low back. Okay, make extension of the right knee. Okay, relax. Now make extension on the left knee. You see the difference? Now we try just one trick, like example, that you know.
Just to let you know the story, my right knee was surgery. Fractured the right knee 11 months ago. So the recovery period was too long, so I put a lot of effort on the left knee, and now I have terrible pain on this. Especially this morning.
Do you understand compensation? He makes a surgery of right knee, he doesn't walk normally, now he feels the pain in left knee. This is compensation.
Alen, how many years have you been in the physical therapy sector?
The last week. You don't know all of it.
How many centuries?
Okay, come together, come closer that you know. First what we choose, which kind of applicator we can use. Means we use handheld. Now you decide, you see that we have acute phase, subacute phase. This is preset. You cannot be wrong. Anything what you choose, you cannot be wrong. Okay? But I always, in my case, I'm using
P7.
7. Why? Because I try to find what is wrong. With 7, you find what is wrong. And when you collect what is wrong, then you decide what you do. before I start to make examination, I always try on myself what I feel. Because if I feel, I know that he will feel too.
You want me to remove anything?
No pain?
No. Oh, yes.
Okay. No. Okay.
Yeah.
It's better now. Maybe it was the shock before.
Okay. You have a target. One target is nerve, second target is muscle. If you target the nerve, you make stimulation of all of your muscle, which nerve innervated. If you target only one muscle, you can have a contraction of the muscle. But this one is not present. Which part of the muscles make contraction the more? Medium, lateral? What do you see? Which muscle is this? Mostly the C that is contract.
Medium.
Medium, vastus medialis. Vastus medialis is mostly the youngest part of quadriceps.
Alen,
Yes.
if we hard sit, we can see a hole this way.
Yeah, but
I think it's better.
okay. Go to sit, and then we turn around him.
Who sits in the back can maybe stay in the back and like look like this.
It's changed.
You decide. This or that?
It's the same.
Pleasant or unpleasant? Pleasant. It's not unpleasant at all, but okay.
Now, if you have a knowledge, like example, what we do, we make little stimulation of the muscle in the nerve. And if you have a knowledge, then is this part is painful. It means in this position, patella is immediately close to the bone. And if we provoke little contraction, patella is moving to the bone or near to the bone. And it means then you can conclusion that he has something problem with patellofemoral joint. And we can do it this way. Just relax the legs. As much as possible. Relax. You see reaction? Now no. But first was this first movement. In manual treatment we always say what you see the first, this is the aim. This is your target. The first sign of the patient is body language. This first sign. Now his body is really reacted on contraction, but it's not like in the first time. It means his adaptive system is very fast. Okay, now we have few contractions. Stand up and try to walk. And look at him how he walks. Is it different or not?
Looks even.
You know why? It's different what are you looking. You have to look at him from the head to the toe. Not only on foot, not only on knee. Try to walk. Can you explain what do you feel? Is it different or not?
I feel the pain. I still
Yes,
feel the pain.
but it's much more easy for walk.
It's much more easy to walk.
It means the brain have reaction immediately for few seconds of stimulation. Now we try to do with the foot. Okay? Take off your shoes, please. On the back you have the applicator which have a range of the height. Means depends what you want to reach. Now he have applicator of the position for diaphragm, and I don't need it. I need a little down. I need this and I need that. You know why he has to spread the legs?
It's the bones not to be.
No, because of the pelvic floor. When you spread the legs, you have direct influence on the pelvic floor.
You want me to try to keep
No,
it
no,
like
no,
this?
just
or
only
relax?
relax. Relax. Don't be afraid because we start. Can you feel it?
How many different presets do we have for the feet program? For the feet model.
Please,
For the feet model, how many different programs do we have?
as much you like.
Or how many presets?
Presets, especially for this, it's not really prepared because I have to choose which one is the best. Like example, everybody asks me which one is the best. I try to find which one is mostly natural that you cannot provoke no damage.
Not actually in my back, but a little bit on
Work now.
I feel it on the lower part,
Okay, but not on that.
eh? But not up.
Now if you look at in the number, on the pelvic floor he has 58, on the back 84, different. If you look at the number, always is good that you have 50-50, the same number. If you have the lower or higher, then you find where's the problem. Now he has big problem in the back. Now we have simulation on the pelvic floor and the back. That we go step by step, that you see what is different. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I am.
How's your wife? Is it at home?
No, she's there.
She's there. Oh, there. Ha, ha, ha. Now,
She's watching me.
now we have to be careful about the question.
And the foot is
Food doesn't work. Food doesn't work.
No, but it has one connection or two.
Two. Every applicator has. Do you know why I'm behind of him? Because I'm looking what's happened on his body. Now I'm making control of what's happened with him. And I collect information about his behavior, about pain, about what kind of muscles make contraction. Is it okay if his wife is here? Okay, you know that. How many children you have?
Two.
Two! Only two. Who decided this?
Nature.
Me? Ah, okay. Try to stand up and try to walk. What do you say now?
The neck is.
The head is not like this. But we didn't touch the neck. And look at the way of walking. It's not like before. What about patient?
I feel better.
Okay.
I feel better, but the pain is still there. But I feel
Okay,
better. Yeah.
good. Go back. Have a seat. maybe see in previous part, the legs was reacted much more. Now when we have information on the foot, the leg is less like before. In the meantime, you can speak with him, you can do like this, you can do like that. This is the treatment. I will show you, this is the treatment.
I prefer not.
Why not? You know for what is most important, these things, not only for healing the wife, but okay, do you see for disease? Do you ever see that something say, oh, he's shaking my hand? Internal ear, you can fix disease only with it. Which part of the back you feel more, left or right? Left. Okay. It means he have the same stimulation. For example, stimulation on the back, but left part is much more with the feeling than right. Okay? It means left side of the muscles is stronger than right. It means he has this balance in all the body because of the surgery of the knee. And in this case, if we treated him only for curing, like example, problem with the back, and don't fix the knee, something is amiss. Like example for marketing, if you spend in the hospital 1 month, cost the hospital amount of money. And if you reach that this staying in the hospital is shorter, it's good for the hospital, it's good for him, it's good for everybody. And because as I said, the device
Actually, it's good for the insurance, not for the hospital.
Even for insurance. For everybody. Because, like Analinda says, we have to be focused on the patient, not on a lot of the other things. Because we never know, now you are sitting on the chair, tomorrow I can sit on the chair the same.
It's getting better, the movement, yes. But this move, it hurts, still hurts.
What about right knee?
Sorry?
Right knee, don't feel it.
Right knee I don't feel it. The left knee. And the problem, the major on pain, I feel when I stand, not on the
Why he has to walk? Now we have some impulse by the device to the brain, and during the walk, the brain collects the information what's happened in his foot. In collecting the information, getting information from the brain to the lower part of the body. Look at his hand, and at the beginning it was like this. Oh, now it's absolutely.
I can dance again.
Somebody who knows already know what's happened in the knee. How to push. Now you see. Now you will see how you can play with device on a lot of things. And how we can reach only with one device. We don't need 50 devices in the room. Only one. I need one applicator. Okay, during we don't know about applicator, stand up. Okay. And try to bend forward as much as possible. Okay, go back. Now you will see why I say this. Everybody loves this.
No, not me.
But you will see.
That's silent treatment.
You want to bet that will be good? Okay, you will see. Look at his face. It's a good platform.
He gets red.
Bend forward. Bend forward. See the action? Is it better or not? You lose the bet. You'll see. You see, anything what you do with the patient, you have results. But you have to know on which way you use. But we have all this. You have to be.
Yeah.
The pain must be, but pain is different than before because the pain control what's happening in the body because we don't fix it. Okay? But it's different than we start.
Of course, yes.
It is good. Now we go forward.
Can I ask one?
We should continue after.
You didn't start.
We should continue after.
After?
After lunch.
After
You can work out 2 hours more after lunch. From 3 to 5. Okay?
As you wish.